の字って回廊石が入ってんだ。やろう。
お前は俺が始末する。
Burning Blood is an explosive introduction in the infamous Paramount War. It's the game's main story mode, and it throws you into the fray along with pieces of wonderfully voiced cutscenes that finally represent the anime. The game looks and sounds great, and its cutscenes even more so, especially for a third-party VITA game. Both the visuals and the sound do well to add immersion to the fantastic plot. There's a lot going on from the get-go. Playing Paramount War includes a tutorial where you learn the battle system. The story can branch out to a side mission that's unlocked through fulfilling a challenge and can reward you with an unlocked character. These extra missions though are surprisingly challenging, and you're severely handicapped with your opponent taking a big chunk of your life bar. Paramount War isn't exceptionally long, but it's extended by playing through different characters' perspectives and its difficulty. The battle system invites a whole lot of button mashing, with other elements to spice things up. You're encouraged to dodge, jump, do range attacks, and perform guard breaks to gain the upper hand. It's not just one-on-one in Burning Blood. Instead, battle and support characters have their own value, and you can form a team typically of 9,000 points. There are advantages to being a team. The most impactful advantage has to be the Unity moves you can throw, tagging teammates in to continue combos in the form of a Unity chain. Unity Assist can save you from being pummeled, while the Unity Clash blocks your opponent's call for help. All Unity moves cost a Burning Gauge to pull off. The Burning Gauge is your typical EX meter that, when filled, characters attain an empowered state called Awakening, and lets you unleash their ultimate move. While much of the combos involves mashing square, characters have abilities that vary between Logia and Haki. Holding R can unleash abilities that strengthen normal attacks and gain skills. Logia users can also cancel attacks, while Haki users can cut through their power. The game has a huge roster of battle characters. The same characters can also come in different forms, sometimes with a different moveset like Zoro and the DLC Zoro Shura. Characters are sorted through different fighting styles between power, speed, technical, and tricky. Interestingly, even weaker characters have their strengths. I was once disappointed in Nami, feeling her abilities lacked punch, but I was happy to learn that she does pretty well in creating distance and controlling the field. Other popular personalities of the anime are present as support characters to give helpful buffs. Activating Lola quickly fills your Burning Gauge, while Arlo makes it easier to time flash guards. There's a ton of ways to tweak your team and stand apart from the rest. Winning fights rewards you both with belly to buy new characters and experience points to strengthen the characters you already have. But after buying all the characters, there's a question of what to do with your excess belly, as there's no apparent way of how else to spend it. Still, the game finds longevity in its other modes. There's tons of wanted posters and wanted verses that are gradually unlocked, and the game often updates to give you limited wanted posters. You can collect bounty akin to the anime, giving you extra belly and experience points. Wanted posters can be a good place to get you started as they increase gradually in difficulty, and the experience points they give out, making it a good stepping stone to train characters to a decent level so that you can play the game's other modes more fairly. Pirate Flag Battles is an online mode that lets you join a team of real players as you battle other teams to become the most dominant pirate crew of an island. The most dominant teams of each island are ranked after the end of every season, which tends to last for 2 weeks. Pirate Flag Battles can reward you with an incredible bounty.
親の名を傷つけられて黙ってられるか。俺がけじめをつける。うらららららら、そんなに急いでどうするエース。船長、俺にやらせろ。せや焦ることはね。いいね。でも私より強いのかしら。
There's also a more straightforward online mode where you can either participate in a room with 3 other players and spectate when you're not fighting in casual battles, or you can put your rank on the line in ranked battles. Online mode tends to ignore the leveling system and entices you with unlockable emblems and titles. Fans would be elated by the intricacies the game incorporates, such as trivia and appeal events that reminisce on the anime. Although the battle system has a lot of options, it still leaves something to be desired in terms of balance. I found the attacker is usually in a predicament because using the guard break combo taught in the tutorial can easily be trumped by an opponent's basic attack. Doing a combo into a guard break takes more frames, so it actually leaves the initial attacker open for a punish. The leveling system often leads to fights that are grossly unfair, not in terms of strategy but of a handicap. For instance, some opponents in the side missions in the story mode and the wanted versus don't have exceptional battle tactics, but that you can afford to get hit too many times because they take huge chunks off your life bar, whereas the damage you deal is minuscule. This is further reflected in online and pirate flag battles, despite being the lowest rank. It's an unwelcome challenge unless you take the time to first max out a few characters, so some grinding is necessary. Fighting is also notoriously prone to spamming attacks. There's nothing stopping a ranged character from spamming long distance attacks. Blackbeard's Dark Vortex ignores guards and can be unfairly hard to counter. Likewise, Burgess's grabs deal an insane amount of damage and ignores guards too. Some movesets are clearly superior for spamming, making it questionable to select the characters without them. It's these cracks in the battle system that can make battles more frustrating than fun. Executing moves over and over again are so easy to get away with that getting a rank up might not be reflective of skill. Still, when you manage to plow through certain handicaps, One Piece Burning Blood can make for an impactful, unbalanced fighting game driven by a wacky ensemble and over-the-top battle animations. It's still fun to fight in the Paramount War, make your mark in pirate flag battles, collect bounty and wanted verses, and see characters interact just like the anime.
さあ持ってるお宝はどこ？